Yo, welcome to an Hytopia live stream. And today I have a special guest here on the show. This is Droideka,
What
or
up?
do you tell Droideka, or how do you call your name?
Yeah, Droideka. Droideka is
Droideka.
fine too. However you want to say it.
Nice. So you developed an awesome game on the Hytopia platform. This is the Gone Fishing game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got addicted to that one in just a few days. We will check out the gameplay later, but can you maybe quickly explain what this game is about and why did you develop it on Hytopia?
Yeah. So Gone Fishing is a fishing game very similar to the Roblox fishing games, Fish It and Fish. I was heavily inspired by both of those. And I mean, I brought it to Hytopia just because I've been developing on Roblox for a number of years now. And I had seen somewhere that Hytopia was kind of doing the same thing as them, but that they were new. So I was saying to myself, if I could get in there early, it might be a cool opportunity. Get to meet some new people and see what a different Roblox could look like. And so that kind of piqued my interest. And then I got in contact with them, and they were like, "Hey, we think you should make a game for us." I was like, "Great." So I decided to make a fishing game because I saw that there were no fishing games at the time on the platform, and those do really well on Roblox. People seem to really enjoy those. So that was kind of my mentality for going the fishing game route.
Yeah, man. And it's definitely very polished, I think. So the UI is very sleek, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, there are no real bugs or so. Because in every other game, I think it's it's not polished at all, and you get a lot of bugs and maybe some server crashes and stuff.
Yeah.
But here, everything is very smooth.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I spent a ton of time really polishing the game out, adding a lot of feedback to the catches. Like, each rarity of fish has its own sound when you catch it. The clicking sound, like little stuff like that when you're playing the fishing game. All that has a big impact. The chickens, when you spawn a boat, they do like a little cluck cluck, and then it sounds like an egg popping out.
Yeah,
Little stuff like
pretty
that
deep,
really brought some depth to the game. And then, I mean, I had my fair share of bugs too. I put out a tweet, I think about a week ago now. It took me 11 hours to fix one bug, and it was
I've
pretty
seen that
game
one, yeah.
breaking. So yeah, I definitely put in time trying to fix and polish up the game, make sure it ran smooth for everyone.
So this is your account here on X.
Yeah,
So
that's me
definitely
right there.
everyone follow this guy here. He's this tweet is cool with the
Yeah, so that's the next update. That's going to be coming out tomorrow, actually. But
yeah.
I'm adding fishing and boats because I know that was a commonly requested feature. I'm adding passengers to boats because right now it's kind of hard to play with your buddies. And then there's some bug fixes and stuff coming out as well.
So we'll be able to fish on our boat, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to
Currently
fish
not.
on your boat because right now you can't. It just doesn't let you.
And how many different territories are there to explore? Because I've seen some ice and lava
Yeah.
area.
I think in total there's, I want to say, 6 or 7 different fishing pools. Each have like their own unique fish. Some of them are unique to that pool. Some you're able to catch in 2 or more pools. But in terms of unique areas, I'd say there's about 4. There's kind of like the rocky area. There's the icy area you mentioned. There's the igneous caverns, which is like that lava area. And then there's the cauldron, which is kind of like a mysterious giant cauldron of water that protrudes from the island.
I've seen it on X, I think.
Yeah.
Did you post it anywhere? This one, right?
Yeah, that's it right there.
I haven't found that one yet.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to the way I wanted to do the island names didn't really work out for me on Hytopia, so I gotta find a better way of showing players where the other islands are.
And here's some NPC, but I have to discover all fish first. So there's plenty of fish to go here. So definitely have some gameplay ahead of me. I'm interested because you have pretty much experience on Roblox. How was the experience developing this game, and which
Yeah,
features
I gotta be honest, it
you
was actually
missed a
pretty
lot?
fun to develop the game. It was actually a lot of fun. It felt very similar to developing on Roblox. Obviously, there's some major differences, especially when it comes to like building models and world building on Hytopia. But in terms of like the actual, overall game development experience, it felt very similar to Roblox.
If you would have developed it on Roblox, there would be probably some high bucks, Robux purchases everywhere,
I hope so.
especially
Yeah.
Xmas deal for
And
100.
it's funny because I think if I had built this game on Roblox, it wouldn't have performed as well as it has been, just because the fishing game market is so saturated on Roblox.
Yeah, maybe that is really a good opportunity, as you said, for developers to just take the opportunity on Hytopia, because I mean the discovery is not that bad now, because we have solid distribution on mobile devices now. So I mean Roblox is definitely not in this ballpark. They have billions of players more or less, but I mean this is not too bad if you compare it with the actual playable games on the platform. So almost 400k monthly active users, and we only have a dozen, 2 or 3 dozen games. So
Yeah. I was very happy with the player count. I mean, it's been less than a week, and my game's over 30,000 plays, which is pretty solid.
yeah, I mean it's the #2 game in this time
Yeah.
frame, right?
Yeah.
Only Steal My Brainrot has more.
Yeah, and Steal My Brainrot's been out a lot longer than I have.
Yeah, for sure. But I think they did some reset with the player count.
Yeah, no, they totally did. If they didn't reset that, I'd probably be number 5, maybe.
Yeah, Cartland and Sky
Yeah.
Garden and
Cartland, Sky
something like
Garden, and Steal My Brainrot would blow me out of the water for sure.
yeah. But with that traction now, you could definitely catch up there. Okay, so you have some other features planned. Are you eyeing some other game drops on Hytopia as well, or will you just focus on this Gone Fishing game for now?
Yeah, I feel like Gone Fishing, it's doing well, and I feel like if I were to pivot to a different game and kind of leave Gone Fishing in the background, that wouldn't make too much sense to me. If players are enjoying it, I want to keep updating that, keep bringing people stuff that they can enjoy, and I know they already enjoy Gone Fishing. So right now, when it comes to Hytopia development efforts, I'm focused purely on updating Gone Fishing. That might change in the future, but yeah, right now I just want to add some stuff that didn't get into that initial release into Gone Fishing, and then maybe once all that stuff's in, I can go from there.
Makes sense. The player tags look very cool as well.
Yeah, thank you. I have to update it so that chats show up above your head.
Oh yeah. Test. Okay, so this is in the upcoming update. Nice. So you can swim as well. Tough, man.
And I have some other quality of life stuff coming in tomorrow as well. Like, I have an auto jump feature I'm working on, because I think for mobile, it can be a little tricky with the jump button in the bottom right and having to jump up all those blocks. So I'm working on an auto jump feature, and then I noticed some players get stuck swimming as well, so I'm hoping the auto jump feature helps them get out of the pool.
So the Cut Freeze is also here live on YouTube, and we played your game a couple days ago, and we wanted to drive together with the boat, but weren't able to. So
yeah, tomorrow you'll be able to.
Yeah, nice.
So it's super fun too, and now you can like fish off your boat too. So it's like if you and your buddy are driving the boat, you don't even have to leave. You can just hang out, cast your rod, get back in.
Gonna be sick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and optimizing for mobile definitely makes sense, because here in this dashboard we see 98% of players are on mobile devices.
Absolutely. And I mean that's really no different than Roblox development either. I mean, when you're doing Roblox games, some crazy percentage of players are on mobile. So you're always designing mobile first, and then once you get mobile down, ideally it just kind of works out of the box on desktop because it's usually a little less complicated to develop for desktop, a little more straightforward. But yeah, mobile players are always at the forefront of my mind when I'm building games.
When you developed games on Roblox, you have this creator studio, right, on the PC, or how would you develop Roblox games for mobile?
Right. So Roblox has their own game development software called Roblox Studio, and in that is where they have all the tools. So it's kind of like if you took the Hytopia world builder and meshed it with an IDE, which is what you do all the coding in for your Hytopia games. So it's like you have the big window, you fly around your world, you can place parts, place models, that kind of thing. And then on the right side is the panel with all the scripts. And so in there is where they have tools for changing the screen size. So when you're developing Hytopia, the way that you test mobile is by using the browser dev tools. And that way you can emulate different devices. Roblox just has that built into their software.
Okay, this is built in. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And then they have their different APIs for detecting when a player is on mobile versus PC versus console.
Do you know what the player split on Roblox is currently? So I think
I don't know the
98.
exact number off the top of my head, but is majority pretty overwhelmingly mobile players.
Yeah, that's definitely the future, it seems.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everyone's got a phone. Not everyone has a laptop or a gaming PC. So
I have this Roblox Studio open right now.
yeah,
So here, this is more or less like the Hytopia world builder, right? And you said I could script in here directly, or
yeah,
how
you
would that
can.
work? Script.
So if you look at the Explorer panel on the right side there, and you see server script service, if you right click that, there should be like an add object or some sort of menu that shows up.
Insert object, yeah.
And then you should be able to just choose script.
Wow, you can select a lot of things here.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff that you can put in there.
Script, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's how you start scripting. So if you were to run the game now, you would see in your output, it would print hello world.
You mean like
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have the output window open or not. You might have to go to, I think it's window or view at the top there.
crazy, man.
But yeah, that's where pretty much all your scripts live when you're developing on Roblox. There's other tools that you can use where you can actually open it in an IDE. That's what I use. Just that way it's more customizable because you have like all the VS Code extensions and stuff that you can use. But
so
for the majority of developers, I think that's probably what they use is the in-studio editing.
So with IDE, this is also AI enabled, or is this more typing with Lua directly?
Yeah, so when you're doing it in Roblox Studio, the AI, it's not as developed as if you were to open it in an external IDE with like Cursor or something like that. I know Roblox Studio does have AI. They have their own built-in assistant in Roblox Studio. But I personally just prefer to use something like Cursor or Google Anti-Gravity.
Yeah, for Hytopia, definitely switch to Anti-Gravity because it's basically free to use.
Yeah,
and you have the best models literally with Cloud Opus 4.5 thinking and the Gemini 3 models, and the rate limits are pretty solid.
yeah. I've stuck with Cursor developing Gone Fishing, just because that's what I had first. And honestly, Google Anti-Gravity I don't think was out yet when I started building this game. but I have switched to Google Anti-Gravity for some of my other projects.
Pretty powerful, that stuff. I only find that anti-gravity somehow is not that fast for me on my PC.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to optimize some things there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the models are very powerful. And with you can use the Hytopia MCP on there as well. So yeah, it's definitely very powerful, to be honest, because I don't have any developer experience before that, and now it's pretty straightforward to code games.
100%. But
do you think is Roblox somehow limited with the Lua scripting language?
No, I love Lua. They have their own kind of extension on Lua. It's called I don't even know how to pronounce it. I call it Luau because it's like that's an actual word. But some people call it Lua U. That's kind of their extension. I love it. I think it's super fun to work in. Now, I might be a bit biased because Roblox is what got me into coding. So Lua was kind of like my first language, and maybe there's some nostalgia that comes with that. But I think it's super fast to work in. I think some of the paradigms that you use in it are kind of fun. Like, they're a little quirky, which I kind of like. It's not as like straightforward as just building a class in something like Python or C++. You have to do some like meta table magic. But I don't think they're limited at all. I think they're doing a really good job with it. Yeah, I mean, that's my take on it. I know it compiles down to C++. I don't know about like the super low level technical details of maybe Luau is less optimized than Hytopia's TypeScript, but I think they're both pretty equally fast and fun to work in.
Mm-hmm. And Roblox has definitely an insane distribution.
They do.
But maybe, yeah, maybe it's on many categories too saturated, that there's some market share to catch here. But I played a bunch of Roblox games in the last days, so I'm not an expert at this, but I don't really vibe with the visuals of Roblox, to be honest. There's too much variety in the game characters, and yeah, I mean, all games look so over flooded with UI and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't really enjoy playing Roblox that much, to be honest.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I think there's a lot of games on there that are very, I don't want to say cash grabby, but they're very overstimulating. They're very stimulating because they want you to, they want you to buy stuff. I think there's some really great games on Roblox, and I don't think they're like that. And
which one is your favorite one?
I've been playing some free advertising for them. I've been playing this game called Hitman, the Hitman card game. It's kind of like Liar's Table, if you ever seen or heard or played that. But it's actually a really cool card game. Like, I think the strategy of it is super cool.
Hitman card game.
Yeah, Hitman card game. And then there's also this one really small game that I played the other day. It's called the Minefields. If you've ever played Minesweeper, it's essentially just Minesweeper, but it's like first person. And the aesthetics of it are like super serious, and it's actually kind of scary to play. And I really like how they took a game that's usually pretty lighthearted fun, and like you just play it when you're at work and you're bored, and they turn it into like a super serious thing. So yeah, those are both two great Roblox games that I tend to enjoy. And then my guilty pleasure is Deathball. Huh?
I'll check them out.
Yeah, definitely check them out, because those are the games that like you'll never see unless you know about them. Just because, kind of like you said, there's so much market share, there's so much saturation, there's so many games on there that those types of games typically get filtered out.
Yeah. Here we have the Roblox homepage here. Do you participate in the marketplace at all there? So buying some cosmetics or stuff?
No, I don't typically buy anything. You can actually sell stuff in the marketplace too, which I know Hytopia is releasing that soon. But no, I don't do anything with marketplace stuff. I'm not a very talented 3D modeler, so yeah, I don't really do anything with that.
I loaded up 10 euros worth of Robux
Nice.
a few weeks ago and just wanted to explore the in-game monetization stuff. But it's very smart when you just open a game. How you can monetize in-game is it's very well done in my opinion. But many games are just too catchy, at least those I joined.
Yeah, and I know when Steal a Brain Rot and Grow a Garden were huge, not saying that they aren't now, but when they were at their peak, there was just a ton of copycats that come out. And that happens quite a bit with Roblox, where it's, a game becomes popular and then there's about 20 clones that pop up.
Plants versus Brain Rots. The stats are also pretty cool, I think, on those Roblox sites.
Yeah, I actually can't say I've ever been on this website before.
Grow a Garden. Yeah, I mean, but those copycat games, I think we will see this dynamic on Hytopia as well, if it becomes any successful.
Yeah, no, you totally will.
Yeah,
I mean, if there's a chance for people to make money, they're going to jump at it, so.
They just hijack working loops and innovate from there. Cut Freeze is also online here. We are in the Gone Fishing server. Have you checked out the other fishing game? I haven't actually joined it.
I did actually, yeah. I've played it.
I think I joined it real quick to get a quick comparison.
Yeah.
But yours is obviously better.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I don't think either one of our games is better or worse, to be honest. I know someone in the chat in like the Hytopia Discord described it as like, yeah, they're both fishing games, but they feel pretty different, and I feel like I gotta agree with him.
I mean,
his game is much more like slow paced, very exploration heavy. I feel just with the bigger map and all like the NPCs that you talk to, you kind of have to discover the functionality that the game has. I feel like my game's a bit more arcadey, a bit more fast paced. It's kind of just like, here's where you sell, here's where you buy, here's where the boats are, go have fun.
Yeah, and I really like the simplicity of it, to be honest, because you don't have to explore too much or read a massive explainer doc or whatever. You just join your server and you just get instantly what to do. You even had some arrows, right?
Yeah.
With the UI, where just it's you definitely tell them directly what to do. And here I have to explore. I don't really know what to do right now. So it's definitely a bigger map or bigger island. More NPCs. I mean, the models look dope.
They do, yeah.
Bait shrimp.
Yeah, I was playing last night and I got up to like 45 coins, and then I swam too long and it knocked out 15 of those and I rage quit.
Rage quit. So it currently has a bit more players than your game.
Yeah, I think we're going a bit back and forth as well, because I was looking at it earlier and we were about tied.
But something is weird about this block hunt game.
I have no idea. I was
Why is this so popular?
I pinged him in the chat.
I definitely joined it, but
save some for the rest of us.
Yeah, but 100 CCU now concurrent, very.
Yeah,
I think this is the best game on Hytopia we ever had, to be honest. But if you compare it to Roblox, I mean, what was the record CCU from Grow a Garden? Maybe 20 million or something like that.
It's over 20 million. I think it was close to 30 million, actually.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
They can keep the servers live there.
I remember I've seen that and I was like, keep going up. because I mean, I'm developing Roblox games, so it's like that's good for me.
For sure, yeah. Do you invest in the Roblox stock or something?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't have a ton in them, but I mean, it's not like that's not why I was cheering for them. I was cheering for them more as a developer, just because if they can do that, that's just showing what's possible. If you would have told me like a couple of years ago that you could get 30 million players on at once on your Roblox game, I would have been like, that sounds pretty impossible.
It's crazy, yeah. Here in this row monitor, there's some monetization tab, I think. This is even accessible to the public, but only to logged in users. And they also have some so cool retention stats and stuff. I would definitely like to have them on Hytopia as well, because right now that there's only a preview page and we don't really have real data to track. So how the session time is and the churn retention.
Yeah,
whatever.
I know the Hytopia team themselves, I think they have access to all that stuff. I think they're just working on getting a developer-facing interface for all that stuff.
That would be cool for sure. Gone fishing. Will you add some kind of leaderboard there?
Yeah. I'm totally adding a leaderboard. I wanted to have that in for launch, but I just wanted to get it out. But many people have told me, I'm gonna hop in with you too. Many people have told me to add a leaderboard, so I can't say that it'll be in tomorrow's update just because I didn't start working on it yet. If I can get it in today, that'd be great. But I want to do it right, so I don't want to rush it out.
And how do you organize your game? Do you have a GitHub repo where you just update your progress there, or do you just use an ID and only do it there?
Yeah, I use Git. It's funny because I didn't use it for, I don't even know, I want to say the first 75% of the project I didn't use it, which is very bad. I won't recommend it just because having version control is so valuable, especially when you're working with AI. Something goes wrong. If you don't have a way to revert it, you're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy. I talk to it too much, and lots of times it messes up. Yeah, but does it slow down the progress somehow? So is the IDE slower if you always update it to Git, or is it just
no? Git is completely separate from your code editor. So yeah, there's no like performance impact on your coding speed. If anything, it helps your coding speed because you can go back and forth very quickly, checking out like, do I like this better or do I like that better? Yeah,
then I have to pick this up for my workflow as well. I mean, I saw it recommended by everyone basically, but somehow never ended up doing it.
Yeah, and it's completely free too. It's completely free. You can make your repository private, and the repository is where all your code goes. You can make it private, so no one's going to steal your game.
You gotta do that, man. So you have the same fishing rod, the carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And I think the best fish are not accessible here on this island, right?
We're going to have to go to a different one. I wish that other update was out. We could go.
Yeah.
Wait, I can buy a jet ski. I want to buy this.
Damn. Yo. Sick, man.
All right, where do you want to go?
I follow your lead.
All right.
Where the best?
Now. We can show off the mutations.
But your jet ski is way too fast, man. Yeah, I saw this ice world, yeah. Isle to Isle. But why a chicken for spawning boats?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. I was just kind of laying into it with like, I was trying to make it so that when you spawn a boat, it's like the egg lays it, or the chicken lays an egg, and that's like your boat. That's what I was trying to do with the sound effects. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, this is so the map, I didn't really know what to do with the map because this was my first Hytopia game. So I was pretty inexperienced with it. I actually built it all in Minecraft using, I think the plugin's called like Axiom or something.
Hmm?
And Hytopia supports, the world editor does, it supports blueprints, Axiom blueprints. So I would export it as a blueprint from Minecraft, import it into the world editor, and then export it from the world editor back into my game.
Interesting.
That's a bit of an aside, but so I didn't really know what the limits were when it came to how big the Hytopia worlds could be, how many blocks they could handle. So right now it's honestly kind of a mashup of like a big open world, and then as you saw there was like that portal that said coming soon. I didn't know whether or not I should do it based on world switching, which is what I know a couple of the other games on the platform do currently, or if I should try to push it and do a big open world. So right now there's only this level, but there's definitely more to come in the future.
The dev from Sky Garden recently switched from instances over to doing everything in one single one.
Yeah, I did see that.
So maybe, but I've seen some lags with this one. So when some more players are online, it was a bit laggy. You're catching massive fish here. 90 kg
Yeah.
tuna. What the fuck?
Yeah, look at this.
What the heck?
Yeah, I was having some fun before I put the game out. I made some of the fish super giant.
Can you show off your? Or how do you hold your fish in the hand?
So if you go to the inventory and you click on
Yeah.
your fish, you can click on them and it'll throw it in your hotbar.
Oh yeah. Fish, clownfish.
Yeah, and you see how it's in your hotbar now? So if you close
yeah.
out of the inventory,
Got it.
There you go.
Sick.
yeah. And if you have like a frozen fish, for instance, like this perch that I have here, you'll see there's little snow particles that come out of it.
Sick animation. Really screenshot worthy. Damn.
Yeah, and then if you have the shiny fish, like this guy right here, you see he's got little sparkles coming out of him.
Yeah. Dope, man.
Yeah, this is the
Very
game.
nice.
There's a lot more as well, because obviously you and I only have the third rod in the game, but
How many are there?
there's a total of 36 fish, I think. Yeah, and that was something that I struggled with developing, was sourcing fish models, because like I just mentioned, I'm not a fish modeler, or I'm not a 3D modeler. So like finding fish models in a timely manner that like I didn't sit there and have to learn how to make was a bit tricky, but I got pretty lucky with some help from the Hytopia team.
Yeah, I think the team seems to be pretty accessible when it comes down to specific requests on models. So in the Hytopia Discord, for example, I asked for some pickaxe models, for example, and they came back 3 days later or something like that with a whole
Yeah, I saw
set
that.
of pickaxes, axes, whatever. A lot
They
of
look
tools.
super cool too.
Yeah, the emerald one is epic.
Yeah.
How do fish games typically monetize in Roblox?
Yeah, so a lot of them monetize through rod skins. So like rods that look super cool and they have cool particle effects on them and stuff. I know the one game has like luck potions that you can buy with Robux. And so that will give you like double luck for 15 minutes or something like that. And you can stack them. So if you buy like 5, you can get times like 32 luck or something like that. There is, what else is there? I mean, typically you can buy currency, like in-game currency for Robux. I don't know if the fishing games do that, but that's just a very common pattern that you see. And then I think they have some special rods and special boats and stuff locked behind paywalls as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could do similar things on here, I guess, in the future. Or maybe some some loot box mechanics.
Yeah, actually,
or cosmetics, whatever.
I actually really want to do some UGC for this. The way that I think the Hytopia team is going to do monetization and marketplace stuff, I think it's going to be super cool for me to be able to like grant in-game buffs based on items that players are owning or wearing. So I'm super excited to do that because that's actually something that I wanted to do in my Roblox game, one that I built a couple months back.
Oh yeah, so special utility for items the players have.
Yeah.
I need this jet ski, man. Not your boat.
5,000. If it was the other update, you could hop on with me. We could go.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The Christmas Gone Fishing update.
Yeah, I think I'm a little late. I mean, I just released a week ago, and it was already Christmas season. Like most of the Roblox games have had their Christmas updates since like December 1st. Like I said, I got to figure out a way to source some fish models. So likely no Christmas update this year, but for sure we'll try to do seasonal updates going forward.
Yeah, that seems to be a pretty big thing in those games, yeah. Roblox
Yeah,
and
it's huge.
Minecraft also.
That's honestly one of the biggest ways that you can drive playtime.
And also do some seasonal, cosmetic sales or something like that. Definitely many things to do there. Yeah, man, this is an awesome game, and definitely learned a lot talking to you. Great to have folks like you on the platform, to be honest. I think this is exactly what Hytopia needs. Some experienced developers and players from Roblox.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you reaching out and hosting this.
Yo, man. To the audience, everyone has to follow this guy right now. His X account is Hydroid. We can definitely pump up those follower numbers here. So do this right now. And yeah, this is the last show before Xmas. So yeah, definitely have a great time with your family and stuff. And we'll see you soon. Thank you again, Hydroid.